Good Mopar dude. What's up?
What's happening, man?
Oh,
You know, did you notice? I'm wearing my Comp Cams shirt.
you are.
Yeah, and this is a great thing about this shirt. It looks really right up here. As I'm sitting, it's actually riding up over my belly button.
What? What are you saying? What?
It's a lifter joke.
It's a
It's a
lifter
bad lifter
joke.
joke.
Oh, okay. That was really funny, Tony. What's up, Dakota? Vintage Engine
Dakota, what's happening?
Repairs, Two Hacks, Russell J. Finch,
Two hacks, what's happening,
Ford
man?
LTD, Dickie Farley, Iceman 2K10, Fixin' On It Garage, Paul Cabazzola, Kilmer Customs, Zali Speed Shop, Comp. Dakota wants to know.
Yeah, Comp Cams, and
Tony made a lifter joke.
the shirt gets shorter all the time. It's
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
if you hear a clacking sound, it's coming from my head.
is it? It's
Yeah.
and it's because of your shirt. What's up, Kiwi? Kiwi's on.
Kiwi, oh my God, royalty. We have royalty on our live. All hail, all bow to Kiwi.
What's up, everybody?
How we doing, everybody? It's Sunday night. Woo! Boy, this week goes fast.
It's crazy how
Right?
fast it goes. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So what'd you do this week?
Um,
let's let's
who?
have like
Me?
yeah.
I banned a lot of people.
You did ban. We
I
banned a
did.
lot of people.
I wake up in the morning and I just start banning people.
Yeah, it's Trollmageddon. We talked about this.
Trollmageddon again.
Right. Well, it's been a continuous Trollmageddon.
Kiwi's laughing at that.
The problem with
What's
the
up,
trolls
Zero?
is that they eat zero. What's happening, man? The problem with the trolls is that they each have like 100 different identities. But you can always tell that it's them because they always misspell the same words.
Right. I have no punctuation.
Right. It's just one run-on sentence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like whack a troll. Poof, poof, poof. But yeah, it's been fun.
What did you do this week, Tony?
I banned a lot of trolls.
You did.
No exaggeration. At least 50 of them.
Oh yeah.
No
At
exaggeration.
least. Oh,
Which is actually adds up to about 5 people total.
right. Same 5 people.
The same 5 people, and they all meet at that Ding Dong's channel. The guy who sits in his basement with the spiders tattooed on his hands.
Chris Jones says, "Slow down, Tony. Life's too short."
How much slower can I go?
Isn't that what people complain about? You go too slow.
And life's not. I'm running out of life. I'm 60. I'm down to here.
Joe K says it's like unsubscribing from junk emails. You get hundreds more.
Oh, it's great. See, she gets upset by this stuff. I get the biggest kick out of it.
No, I don't want to wake up and see that stuff as soon as I wake up in the morning. It's like, oh, already? Can I just have some coffee first before I have to deal with your garbage? That's the only thing that bothers me. Let's see. Eat, sleep, ban people, right? It's a t-shirt we need.
Whack a troll.
Right. Let's see. Conrad Francis says, "Hey, Mr. Tony, back in the day, my uncle scrapped a 69 Hemi 4-speed Charger. Have you done anything similar that looking back you wish you didn't do?" That's
Yeah.
rough.
That's rough. That's hard to say because when I look back, I've done a lot of things that, in hindsight, you'd say, "Oh, that was terrible. I shouldn't have done that." But then you always have to temper that with the fact that at the time it made sense, or at the time there were reasons for doing it. So no, there's nothing I regret. Um, I think selling. I had to. I see again, right? I had a '71 Hemi Super B, and I had lost storage on the thing. I had no place to put it, and I ended up selling that. And it's like, yeah, maybe if I had tried a little harder to find a place to stash that car or whatever. But not really. No. Everything that I did for a reason.
Andy from Unity Motorsports
Andy.
Garage is here.
What's happening, man?
He says, "I just got home from David's house. I haven't seen him this excited in a long time."
Nice. See,
That's
a 318
awesome.
will do that.
318? We'll
Yeah,
do that,
318s make people happy.
What's up, Suzanne West? Says hello to you both from Wellborn, Florida.
Hey.
Let's see. UTG helping me from spinal surgery. Oh,
Oh,
good luck.
congratulations.
Get well.
Yeah, get well. Well,
Congratulations.
Well, he survived.
Well,
He
yes.
survived, so congratulations. That's awesome. And then, of course, get well soon.
Oh my goodness.
Well, congratulations. I'm sure he's happy he made it through.
You always know
Just
the
the
right
right
thing
thing
to
to say.
say.
Right. It's like when you go to a funeral and you say, well, he was a bit of an asshole.
Oh my goodness. Tony. Okay. Hoss Cartwright says, good evening, DeFeo family from SoCal.
Hey,
Good evening, Hoss.
we're having beautiful, like,
It's
Florida-like
nice.
weather right now.
Yeah.
This
It's
is,
very humid, actually.
it's the wonder of Tennessee because sometimes we get the weather comes up from the Gulf. Sometimes we get it comes down from the north, but it's like, this is, first week in November? And it's,
Yeah, it's
and
nice.
It's
Still nice
gorgeous out.
I
was on
still
a
have some
motorcycle last
flowers,
night.
actually. It's crazy. We had a freeze, and it killed some things, and now it's starting all to grow back. Let's see. Bryant says, UT, do you know why Chrysler never built a 440 Hemi?
Probably because it wasn't worth doing. The 426 was adequate. One of the problems you have with the bigger bore Hemis when you and all this is only when you're dealing with the original type castings, okay, not the aftermarket castings, the later ones, but when you're dealing with the original type castings, the area between the bore, the top of the bore, and the exhaust push rod hole gets very very tight. And I would imagine that pushing it much larger than that, much larger than the 4 1/4 bore, to the 4.32 inch bore, and then once you go to 4.32, you have to allow for another 60 thousandths for a normal service overbore. So 4.38 might have been a little bit closer than the engineers would have wanted to get. So, but in aftermarket castings, they revised that a little bit. Actually, Chrysler revised it themselves in 1974. Their aftermarket Hemi blocks, the D5 Hemi block, had a lot of extra meat between the bore and it. So.
Rude Mopar Dude says, UTG, piston swap okay on 30 over bore 318?
Sure.
Sure. There you go.
Do it all the time. It'll never run.
EV rant. Zoom Zoom wants an EV rant.
Oh yeah, there were a couple of times. There was it John Deere? I think it was this last week. They were having a trade show, and they had some kind of electric gizmo, and it caught fire as they were displaying it.
Oh no!
So I was like, there's probably EV rants coming, but just not right now.
I'm chewing.
That's all right. It's nice when you chew.
Wait, I can talk with my mouth full. Hang on.
Dead air. Come on.
I'm sorry. I ate a piece of pie. Do you have major leg pain?
She does.
Do you, Tony?
Do I? My hip's been bothering me since I tweaked my back, which I've done it again, moving shit around the shop this morning. But no, not for all. She is having major leg pain, like all day. Who asked that?
Keith Brown.
Keith,
he just said, "Do you have major leg pain?"
Keith, why would you ask that?
It's crazy.
Are you like a psychic healer or something?
Yeah, I have major leg pain.
We could talk about.
Oh, let's see.
I don't necessarily believe in that stuff, but I mean, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. What's up, Fubar?
Fubar, what's happening, man?
Woodenhead says boosted or NA, blower or turbo?
I prefer NA for my own stuff. I prefer boosted when other people are doing it. I prefer blowers and nitro when other people with a lot of money are doing it. So, but for myself, my own stuff, NA or nitrous oxide, which is as close to NA as you can get.
Keith Brown says no, haha. He just came up with that out of the blue.
Well, you got something going on there because, like, literally, man, like, for the last 15 minutes before we came on.
I did something like I tore a muscle in my thigh or something like that.
Yeah,
so
she's been limping around screaming
me.
about her leg pain.
It's bad. But yeah, it's funny that you said that. Let's see. What happened to Dallas on your lives, Tony?
Nothing. Dallas is doing lives with Sean Polito.
Shane.
Did I say Sean?
You said Sean.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Shane. He's doing lives with Shane every Wednesday night. We've just been doing them on Sundays. I just want to do one night of lives.
Yeah, 2 is a lot.
Two is a lot. Yes. Well, we did the special with David Vizard and Andy
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, but that's not really that wasn't like a live really so much as it was
A
a
special
special.
interview type thing.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see.
David is excited about our 318.
Yeah. Yeah. He's excited.
I'm gonna do a whole video tomorrow morning on the hows and the whys. Why I want to do this, and talk about some of the aspects of the 318.
Yeah, Charles Manson is saying, yeah, speaking of what happened to the Wednesday night tech talk. Yeah, it was just too much.
Well, when the weirdness started happening around the No Name Nationals, and we had the trolling and the political this and the nonsense there and blah blah blah, I was like, step away. So that's, so that's
Just
what
like
we did.
that. It was just like that.
That's exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did. So we stopped doing lives altogether for about 2 months, just to let the trolls and the weirdness and all of the idiocy just bye. So then we started doing the Sunday Night Lives again, which we've been doing since we started this channel. And but I decided I just want to do the one night lives. We'll occasionally do like stuff we did with Andy and David Friday, but we're gonna stick to just the one night.
Let's see.
This takes a lot out of you, I gotta tell you.
Yeah. Secret Lee says, Uncle Tony, help. I need a roller lifter retainer plate, spider, for my 318. Where can I get one?
I have no idea. There's got to
Oh,
be
you
somebody
don't
who's. That might mean a trip to Polo Park, bro. I offhand I don't know who carries that.
Kiwi Classics and Customs says, low and slow. Come take a look at Kiwi Classics and Customs. Well, go over there and go check out Kiwi's channel.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed to Kiwi's channel,
Classics and Customs.
Kiwi's Classic Custom Kitchen Cabinet
No, not kitchen cabinets.
Catering. So if you're not, no, seriously, if you're not subscribed to Kiwi's Brick Oven Pizza, you are missing out on a big part of life. Honestly, okay, honestly. If your mom, seriously now, if your mom knew that you were not subscribed to Kiwi, she would cry.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, but it's true. It's true.
Fast Thing says, any junkyard guy, they aren't hard to find. Okay, so I guess they're in any junkyard.
Yeah.
You can find one. Okay. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Zero put up a link to Kiwi's channel.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, Zero. Kiwi's Krispy Kreme.
Right.
Kiwi says, Tony, what are we going to do with you?
I don't know, but I'm keeping my pants on, bro.
Tony.
I mean, I'm just saying. I want to eliminate, any possibility.
What's up, Jimmy Obbs? He says, hey, Uncle Tony and Kathy.
What's happening, man?
Kurt Burns says, Tony! Exclamation point.
Yes.
Just got a 69 440 HP out of a Charger RT. It's got domed pistons, 30 over with full roller / Harlem Sharps.
Oh, please. Pizza
And-
bagel.
Yeah, and direct connection stage 4 heads, catching a lot of heat for using it to drag race.
Why would you catch heat for using it to drag race? That sounds like a fun motor.
Yeah, why would somebody complain about that?
I have no idea.
Because people just like to complain.
People got to complain. They got to complain about. Doesn't matter what you do.
Doesn't
Somebody's
matter
going to
what you
complain
do.
about, unless it's something Kiwi does.
Right.
Nobody ever complains about
No.
anything that Kiwi does, but he's of a higher vibrational frequency than the rest of us. You can tell by his accent. He talks funny, and therefore he's better. So, but no, man, it's your grenade. Pull the pin and throw it.
Craig McDonald says, are shorty headers worth getting in place of manifolds?
In my opinion, no. They're not worth the hassle. I mean, I'm not going to say there's no benefit to shorty headers, but honestly, and it's not even the header. Honestly, it's the collector. The length of the header tube is one thing, but a shorty header, just by the virtue of the fact that it's a shorty header, is intended to tie into an exhaust and like they'll neck down right away. They don't have a proper collector, and honestly, collector is the most important part. In my opinion, the collector is probably the most important part of the header. So without a proper collector, it's probably not worth it.
Chipping Glass says, "Hey Tony, do you run heaters in your cars down there? I'm in PA. I need it for those frosty mornings."
We have we have heat that barely works in 1, 2, 3. Okay, the XJ actually has decent heat. Your car, the Swinger, has heat somewhat.
The XJ has heat?
Yeah, the XJ has heat.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah. The GT has heat.
Yeah, okay, the Swinger doesn't have heat.
The Swinger does have heat.
Doesn't.
It doesn't. You just don't. It does. You just don't run it long enough for it to get hot enough for it to work. It works. Trust me, it works.
He wants me to believe him and trust
Yes, you
him.
have to believe me. It works. A few of our cars have heat, but you got to understand them. We have like 2 months out of the year where you need heat, so it's really not that big of a deal.
It kind of is, because you drive the Jeep with the heat and the AC. So that's where it's a big deal.
I know there's other cars that have heat. This thing has heat, but we never use it.
Which one? Oh, the Duster, yeah. What are you going to do with the Duster?
In there.
I don't know. It's a pretty car. It needs a headliner. Other than that, it's pretty good.
Like it's got that hole in the floor I got to fix.
Oh, okay.
It's got a hole about this big on the driver's side floor from where it leaked water.
When are we moving these things?
Oh, soon. It would have been done now if it wasn't for making excuses. No, if I was up to loading and unloading cars right now, I would have done it.
Oh yeah, your back's been out.
Yeah, it's
for like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's going on 2 weeks now. Mm-hmm. It's 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks today.
Of a bad
that
back.
I've had a problem with my back.
Woodenhead says, "Do you play with anything other than Mopar? I found your tech vids quite informative. I'm playing with 392 International motor. Any similarities to Mopar?"
I couldn't say there's a similarity, but like we talked about in that video we made yesterday, I'm a Mopar guy. I'm surrounded by Mopars, right? But I try to focus on aspects of the Chrysler products that can be transferred to other. So if we talk about carburetors, it goes all over the map, right? You talk about distributors, timing, camshaft events, and all of these things. They apply to every engine. We just use Mopars to illustrate it because that's what I have. You know, like for instance, the establishment uses mostly Chevys because that's what they have. We use Mopars. That's what I have. But yeah, it applies. We try to do stuff that applies across the board.
Just sub to David Vizard's new channel. Nicholas Agnew says, yes. David has a new channel. Go over and sub.
Excellent.
Let's see. Chaos Garage says, hello, everyone. Ted Richardson drummer. I did a seafoam treatment and it works pretty well. Have you used that in any of your cars?
Yes, I actually did a video about it. Mm-hmm. We did. I haven't used it on any of the cars, but I used it on my bike. I got an '82 Suzuki GS550, and we tried it on that. People have been telling me about seafoam since I was like, seafoam this, seafoam that, seafoam cures cancer, seafoam will fix your eyesight. I was like, seafoam, and I always like laughed it off. But I went through the carbs on the bike, and there was still. I guess I didn't get the low-speed jets quite enough, right? So I ran a can of seafoam through there, 2 tanks, and it cleared it right out. So
very good, Tony.
Yes.
Let's see. One-Eyed Cat says, if we're plugging subs, I'll take a couple. Do you make good content, One-Eyed Cat? How's your content?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Everyone go look at his content. Ow! Oh.
Your leg?
Oh, yeah.
Leg pain.
Oof. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Wow.
That guy was right.
Like a knife. Okay. Ryan George says, I'm converting my 1996 K2500 5.7 Vortec to carbureted. Anything I need to know? I'm looking at the Summit Intake carb kit with the M2008 600 CFM.
If it's just a driver, tower, perfect. That'll work great for you. If you're looking, well, you're probably not looking to make power. It's more of a road rig. Yeah, that sounds good.
Billy Bob Holcomb is having mint gelato after burgers for dinner. Did you know that mint gelato is like my favorite? Chocolate chip mint gelato?
Well, you bought
Yeah,
gelato
I
the
did.
other
It
day.
was chocolate chip mint.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at there's like a psychic connection between you
Yeah, it
and the
is.
audience tonight.
My leg,
I feel
my
left
mint
out.
gelato.
Maybe if you rubbed the mint gelato on your freaking leg, it
Oh
would.
my gosh, it hurts so much. Oh, thank you, Billy Bob Holcomb. He says I'm doing a great job. He tells me all the time I'm doing a great job.
I always tell you you're doing a great job.
You tell me I do a great job. Let's see. Um, Kathy, you have to do a few stretches before you start kicking Tony. I think that's how I heard it. I was stretching.
Yeah, she missed.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew she
I
was
was
in pain.
stretching.
'Cause you can usually land it pretty
I
good.
won't kick you. Let's see. Charles Manson says, Tony, I've got a 63 Valiant wagon, and you mentioned a slant hyper mileage coming in the future.
Yes.
Want to make it your test bed? I need to rebuild it anyway. Here's some caps, locks to grab attention.
Thank you for the cap locks.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Zero.
Yeah, no, we've already got. I've got the car. I've got the car covered for that. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting because gas prices come down, but it's only because they've been draining the strategic petroleum reserves.
Yeah.
Gee. So it, so they're almost empty.
Yeah,
So-
almost gone.
Right,
We
almost
don't
gone.
need any.
So
We don't need that.
I believe very soon, over the next very short period of time, the gas prices are going to go crazy again, and then we'll get back into the mileage stuff.
Okay. Scarlett the Four-Eyed Cuda says, Ultra Kathy's awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm going to read all the compliments to myself.
Do that.
Yeah, I'm going to.
You should make a video.
About
The way
all of
Dee
the
Dee's Sweet Shop
compliments.
made the video about
Tiki Farley, we love Uncle Cat. Thank you.
Dee Dee's Speed Shop, the troll comment video. You
Yeah.
should do a video. We should do a video.
We
just
should have
people
done a
praising-
troll comment video.
We will.
We
do a
should have
troll
saved
comment.
them.
I know. Well, there'll be more.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. A whole new
There'll be more.
batch. They're all making new accounts right now. Let's see. Uncle Tony versus Uncle Kathy. Bottle Rocket versus Slaghammer. Oh,
I want her to
Bottle
drive.
Rocket would win.
We only have we only have one trailer right now, so it would kind of be difficult to do that.
Yeah. But we were looking at a trailer the other day. I showed you one that was a good deal and it was really nice.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, not yet.
Right. Wait until the
He was-
bottom falls out
he
of
wants
everything.
prices to come down. He's very cheap.
I'm being perfectly honest with everybody. I'm waiting right now for the bottom to fall out of everything.
Is that
And
what
then
you're waiting for?
My plan is to just buy everything with just a couple of silver quarters.
Okay, good luck. Good luck, Tony.
I'm on the Economic Ninja plan.
Okay.
You guys watch the Economic Ninja? He's a good guy. He pops in here every once in a while.
All right. 74 charges. Should I use leaded racing fuel for winter storage?
No.
No?
No.
Doug's Maintenance Shop. Hey, Tony. What do you think of Mopar small block swirl port heads, and would you port them and or port out / remove the swirl ramps for? Or
No, don't
no?
remove them. They're fine just the way they are. And yes, I would port them. They really need it on the exhaust side. Poppy wants to come out. I gotta let Poppy out.
Okay. All right, go let Poppy out. We'll look at these cars. My garden is dead. It's very sad. No barking. No barking. Where are you going? Oh, he's getting his tobacco. Did you ever figure out how SH got gas in the oil? I'll ask him when he gets back. Okay. Did you ever figure out how Slaghammer got gas in the oil?
Yeah, it was run for 2 test sessions and a whole event with a leaking needle and seat. It was just constantly pouring oil or gasoline into the motor. But here's the thing you understand. While the gas was diluted, the volume of gas the volume of oil in there was not gas. The volume of oil in there was that he overfilled the oil pan. It's a 5.5 quart fill pan. It's like next to, there's no pan at the front. Like it comes right down to the crank. Like it's like the front of the pan is like almost like a winner's tray, and then the back of the pan just has a sump, and the sump is 5.5 quarts full, and he put 7 in there. So the oil was overfilled, but it was thin like water, because of the oil dilution, the gasoline dilution.
Hey, Mopardin. He says, can I get an early order of the bottle's UTG glue remover?
See, there's Mopardin. You were saying where did
Oh, I
Mopardin
said I
go?
haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
See,
seen him.
that's how important some of you guys
Yeah.
are, right? No exaggeration, right? We were going out to dinner or lunch, whatever it was the other day, and she was like, "Where's Mopardin been?" So just so you know, like you guys actually, the regulars, you're part of our lives.
Let's see. Trailers, ho, we want a street race. You need a campfire. Yeah, I'm going to get a fire pit thingy. I'm going to do that.
Off camera.
Oh, well, my garden is dead. It's, look,
My
see?
garden is dead.
It's dead. Sort of. Well, there's a couple flowers left. Are you done yet?
Almost.
Oh, okay. Up. I gotta move it. All right, done yet?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. BNR Racing says one analyst said gas prices going to triple after November 8th.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Joe Brennan says, I'm glad to be part of UTG's life. We are glad that you are part of our life, Joe Brennan.
Absolutely.
Oh no, point the camera away. Yeah. Let's see. John Bossum says, Tony, besides Slaghammer, how many cars have you converted from 4-door sedan to 2-door sedan? Do you like doing it or dread it?
No, that was it. That was the only one I ever did. I don't care how many doors a car has. It doesn't bother me. But because of the nature of it, the aesthetics of it, I felt that had to be a 2-door. And I did it because of DD Speed Shop, because I watched Dan do all of these 4-door to 2-door conversions, and I'm like, I want to take a crack at that. So we did it. So, but I don't think I would. I don't foresee myself ever doing it again.
So Mopardin says, now that car cruise season has ended, I've been busy with the never-ending honeydew house list. I feel you. I have one of those.
You have a honeydew?
Well, I don't have a honeydew list because my honey doesn't do, so I have to do it. So I give it to myself.
Yeah.
And that's why my leg hurts.
It's true. It's true. I punk out on anything having to do with the house.
Mike Brunello. Uncle Kathy, do I like automatic or manual? I prefer to drive stick. I prefer it. I don't have one, but that's what I prefer. Let's see. Hemihead 68. Will Tony be forever solo on Sunday Night Live broadcasts now? Not to exclude Kathy, of course.
No, I mean if somebody's around.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Did you fix the AC yet for me? You didn't do it, no. You didn't do this year.
I didn't.
I did get him to put in a garbage disposal, and that was a big deal.
I did that.
He did do it.
Wait, I did something else.
But no, my car doesn't have AC.
Didn't I fix something else in the house?
Did you fix something else in the house?
Something else in the house.
No, don't get carried away.
No, I did the garbage disposal.
You did the garbage
something else.
disposal. What else did you do?
I don't know, but I'm sure I did something. I did 2 things in the house.
You did one thing.
But I can only name one thing.
It was one thing. Can you do some plumbing videos now? You know what? We should switch the channel to plumbing.
Uncle Tony's
Uncle
plumbing.
Tony's plumbing. What did we say last week or the week before? That we were just going to change the channel overnight and get rid of all the Mopars? Oh, Uncle Stanza, right?
Right.
Uncle Nissan Stanza. We could do plumbing. Tony is the quintessential plumbing name too.
That's right.
Let's see. UTG Home Improvement. That would be my channel because I'm the one that does all that stuff.
Uncle Kathy's garage.
No, Uncle Kathy's Home Improvement.
Uncle Kathy's home improvement.
The amount of thumbs up matter. Yeah, it helps the
Yes.
video.
Yeah, likes and comments and shares and all that other stuff definitely helps the algorithm. But we don't ask for them. You know, it's like if you feel it's worthy, you go ahead and do it. Just like the subs, we haven't asked for subs in oh god, since we like maybe 3 months into doing this channel. We
Yeah,
stopped.
in the beginning.
Yeah, we
We
hit
asked
like
for
a
subs.
1,000 sub.
Right.
Right, and it was like, okay, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to beg for subs.
We thought, well, you know what we should do? We should just make good content, and then
Right,
people will
right,
find us,
exactly.
and they'll be like, "Oh, I want to subscribe to this because they have really good content."
Exactly.
Kind of a silly notion. Bigfoot and more. Motorcycle question:
Yes.
should I shut off my gas to my carburetors and run them dry before I store it for the winter?
Yes. Yes, definitely do that.
Okay. Um, what kind of cigarettes do you smoke? Buglers. Yeah.
I
Bless
roll my
you.
own.
He rolls his own. It's the plumber. I've come to fix the sink. What? I don't know.
Maggie.
Clean the laundry room with fire? Yeah. Oh. What happened to the kid with the 318? Who? What kid with the 318? I don't know who he's talking about. He has like tears in his eyes. I don't know. Tony built a slant with a blower.
Probably not.
Abel D says, Tony, if Harbor Freight invited you to SEMA, which car would you take that would reflect the Harbor Freight brand?
I wouldn't go to SEMA.
Is she all right? Oh, help her, Tony.
All right. Hang on. She's got it. She's got it. She's determined.
Okay.
Okay.
Poppy fell.
Yeah, I'm not a SEMA guy. Which car? Any of my cars would be pretty representative of the Harbor Freight thing.
Blind Guy's Garage says, it's funny I found you all by watching DD Speed on the engine paint video. The engine paint video.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. He painted his.
Funny.
They went to SEMA.
Yeah, they did go to SEMA. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, carbs empty and tank full of motorcycle winter storage. Okay.
Why? Just empty the tank too. Just empty everything out.
Yeah, that's what you said. Carbs empty and tank full. Oh.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you're worried about rust in the tank, yeah, fill it up. But I mean, I'll tell you what. Empty the tank, right, and then just put a piece of like that sandwich wrap stuff over the gas cap, so no water, moisture, condensation can get in there, and call it a day.
Oh, the kid with the 318 he's talking about, he says Nick's Dino.
Oh, Lunar, that retard. I don't know. He's doing something.
Okay. Raymond De La Rosa
Yeah.
says, Uncle Tony, I cut my small block heads 30,000 and I'm running a hydraulic flat tappet cam. What will happen if I do not use the spacers underneath the rocker shafts?
There's a good chance that the lifters will pump up at high RPM. You're going to limit your higher RPM performance. As the oil pressure comes up, the lifter is going to want to pump up, and the deeper the push rod is into the lifter, you get an extra 30 thousandths, the more likelihood it is to pump up and keep the lifter from following the cam the way it's supposed to, and keep the valve from following the cam the way it's supposed to.
Let's see. Jolly Rancher says, can you build an aluminum 833 to handle some serious power?
Yeah, the case isn't really a problem. You don't want to do an 833 overdrive. I've tried that. It don't work. But as far as the aluminum case goes, if you wanted to swap everything over, like regular 833 guts into an 833 overdrive case, I can't think of any reason why it wouldn't work.
Uncle Tony is hilarious.
I'm the funniest guy ever.
He can be. Some people don't like.
Who's having fun? What are you doing having fun? Stop that.
Tony. Let's see. They're talking to each other. Tony for president. Ooh, let's see. I see a beagle. John English is working on his content.
I don't know if I would want to run for president.
Yeah, no, it's a horrible job. Who would want to do that? Let's see. Tony, can you explain what it takes to build my 340 in a hurry?
Can I explain that?
Yeah.
You know, in a hurry, you move very fast.
Did you see that 340 block I sent you?
No.
Yeah, you didn't see it for $400?
Where is it?
It was local.
What's the story with it?
Nothing.
I didn't see it.
I sent it to you.
I didn't see it.
Oh, he never checks his messages.
I don't check my messages.
I can never contact you, Tony.
I try to pretend the world doesn't exist.
Oh my goodness. What kind of Mopar makes a good boat anchor?
All your big blocks are excellent boat anchors. Obviously, the heavier the motor, the better the boat anchor. And out of all your Mopar V8s, I'm going to say the raised deck early Chrysler, so the 392 Hemi, will probably be your best possible boat anchor. 440, an industrial 440 or industrial 413, because they have those very heavy exhaust manifolds, they have extra meat in the heads, and they got the huge heavy water pump assembly. I think your industrial 440 or 413 would make the next best boat anchor. But honestly, any of them will hold your boat where it's got to be.
Wayne Ferguson.
Yes, Wayne.
Hey Tony, have you ever looked into the Aussie 318 Fireball and why it has such good reputation and what changes they made to make it run so well?
All I know about that engine is that it's essentially the 273 HP motor at the 318 size. So, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be a great motor, but we never had them here in the States.
Let's see. Bob Holcomb, if I'm elected, I promise you a bottle in every glove box and a car in every ditch. Glove box. And you will know new taxes. And oi, are they going to know you?
If I'm elected, every ox.
Ox.
Every
family?
whether you want it or not.
That's pretty good.
Except my ox.
Every family gets an ox.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You can live in an apartment, doesn't matter. You get an ox. You keep the ox. You take care of the ox.
Hemi had 68 says, anyone know why I keep getting message not sent, edit, and try again when trying to send a super chat? No idea.
No. They're trying to deprive us of income.
Probably.
They're trying to choke us out.
You probably have to shut your computer and start it again. Do a restart. Let's see. What about a 413 long ram, Tony?
For a boat anchor?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if those long rams were made out of aluminum, they would be great, or cast iron rather, but they're aluminum, so yeah, that's another good boat anchor.
Joe K says, yeah, same problem with Super Chat over here. Huh.
I think from a boat anchor standpoint, though, the long ram motors would probably be good because you have so many different grappling points with them.
Let's see. Sammy Scooter says, I'm looking for some insane builds coming up. We know what a V8 can do. Give some love to the smaller V6s, pump them up and make power.
Okay.
Joe K says, I'm trying to send my paint question. Scott Kuhn sent a $2 super chat.
Thank
So
you,
you went
Scott.
through. Okay, did you like the train links I sent? Oh, I sent train links in email? Did you send them in email? When did you send them? Scott, send them again because Tony didn't see them.
Yeah. For the
We will
record,
check.
I say this all the time, but just for the record, so anybody who's...
I'm sorry,
right.
Scott. Yeah, but send them again and I'll show them.
I don't look at any emails. I don't look at any... I look at the comments, but I don't read any messages. Facebook, I don't read emails. I don't read text messages unless it's from certain numbers that are like clear to come through, like Kiwis or Sea Kiwi.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I don't know. There's like maybe a dozen people that I let their email, that I check their messages, but everybody else I just.
Hemi Kuda says Peg from Zip Ties is in New York with the Neutral Job Boys. You should head up there.
Oh, no fooling.
That's cool.
That could actually be a lot of fun.
Let's see.
That's the collaboration from hell.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, funny.
Somebody's gonna end up in jail. Oh no, not anymore.
Not anymore. Now you don't arrest
York.
anybody. Franco. Aussies have some cool stuff like a straight six Hemi.
But it's not really a Hemi, man. It's like it looks, from what I could tell, looking at the combustion chambers and like the general architecture of the engine, it's really it's closest to like a Jeep 4-liter than any hemispherical thing. They just called it a Hemi for some reason. I don't know why.
Kiwi Classics and Customs says so cool being part of the Illuminati. Like Illuminati.
Ah, nice.
M1 says quit smoking, men, please.
Okay, consider it done.
I tell him all the time. He doesn't listen to
I
me.
quit. I'm done. It's a disgusting habit. I'm never going to touch another one.
Would you stop smoking?
I quit.
Any Keith Black stories?
No.
No. Hoodlum says 1965 Valiant set up for street/vintage events. 273 318 heads Lunati roller 4-speed. I can use a 4-barrel due to rule change. Suggestions?
You said it was 273 or 318?
Hang on, I gotta go back. 273 318 heads Lunati roller 4-speed.
I'm assuming you got a decent gear in there, like a 391, 410, 456 or so. I would go. If you like Edelbrock, an 800 Edelbrock would work good on that. An 850 Holly might be a bit more. Yeah. I'm gonna say you can't go wrong with a 750.
Yeah.
But if you're going for that nostalgic type of thing, an 800 Edelbrock would probably work really good on that combination.
See, Uncle Buck said he quit smoking cigs and now puffs on cigars and works his way to chewing tobacco. Remember you had a pipe?
For like a day.
No, you had a pipe for a little while.
No, when I quit smoking, I really didn't need to substitute anything else. I was okay. I quit cold turkey.
When did you quit smoking? I know you quit one time.
I quit a while ago.
When your grandfather had a heart attack, like in 1984.
Yeah.
You quit.
I quit. But then I quit again.
No, then you started
I quit again. But since I was able, when I quit smoking, that was done, right? I threw the last cigarette away and I says I am never touching another one. And I haven't had to substitute it for anything else. No chewing tobacco, no pipes.
You're such a smart.
Nothing.
Kiwi Classic says, anyone need a Hemi A833? How many splines is that trans, Tony?
18 splines. Kiwi, how's... I'm going to hell for asking this question.
Well, you shouldn't ask it then, because you don't need to do that.
All right.
You don't need to do that.
I won't. I was just going to ask Kiwi about his 440.
You can quit between cigs?
No, I just quit. Meg, shush.
Tony, your dogs are talking to my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's tobacco, Amazing One. It's tobacco. Carried a head around after quitting? No.
Maggie!
It's hard to read if she's screaming.
I know.
Kevin Clancy says, hi, is it true that the noise from a roof-style supercharger like 671, for example, is due to air getting trapped in between the belt and pulley teeth?
No. No. The whistle is from the rotors themselves. Maggie! And also the gears in the front of the case make a lot of noise too.
Ralph Celentano, I only
For
quit
the
after
Ralph.
my heart stents.
That's when I quit. When I saw the kind of problems you were having, that's when I quit. I was like, no, no more cigarettes for me.
It's not funny, Tony.
I know it's not funny.
Oh, all right. Only thing missing is the fire. Yeah, we're gonna get a fire pit
We need a
next
fire
week.
pit.
Yeah, next week we'll have a fire pit and blankets and
We're
hot
gonna,
cocos. You want to do that?
yeah, we're gonna do this all winter.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
could.
camp out here all winter. We'll have a fire pit and an igloo.
And an igloo.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't get any snow really. Okay.
No, it's not a real igloo. Maggie.
Okay, should AMC be considered Mopar or their own thing?
Ah, their own thing. Their own thing. They deserve the dignity of having their own identity.
Uncle T's fireside chats. Joe K.
What's happening, Joe K?
He sent you $5.
Thank you.
Trying to send a paint question on Super Chat. Bah. Okay, what's the paint question? Just type it
I
regular
am
and I'll
not the
look
guy
for
to
it.
ask a paint question.
Kiwi. Ask Kiwi.
Yes, Kiwi. Kiwi's here. Kiwi's paint guy. He looks at cars and paint just appears on them. It's perfect.
Yeah, beautiful paint. Mopar Den sent you $10. Thank you.
Thank you, Mopar Den.
Here's a start to fund. Here's a start to a fund for some winter motorcycle projects. I have a desire to see some 70s Honda build content. If no MC plans, give the money to Uncle Kathy for the fire pit. Thank you, Mopar Den. Oh, funny.
I have all the bikes I want. I got 5 bikes right now, and I've kicked the obsession of buying more, because every time I go on Marketplace I see another bike and I'm like, oh, I gotta have that, and I've decided no, I have 5. I don't want any more, but I want to work on other people's bikes. So if people bring me motorcycle projects, I will absolutely dive into them.
Do you want more people to bring their cars to work on?
Yes, that's something. See, okay, when we moved into the shop, that was one of my goals. One of the things I want to do with the shop, and I have a dedicated area for it, was where people could come in and do exactly what the guy Josh is doing with his satellite now, where they would be doing their own work, and I would help guide them through it. Because here's the thing, right? I'm a mechanic for 45 years. I work really fast. I work really efficiently. I'm not representative of a beginner. And if you watch somebody like me work, you get an unrealistic expectation of what you can do. And I'm not saying because I'm great. I'm saying it because I've been doing it for so long. I've been turning wrenches for so long that it's just automatic reflex and muscle memory for me. So I feel that it's more valuable if you have somebody who's representative of the audience, that they're not a mechanic, but they want to work on their cars. Letting them do the work and follow along with that has more value. So that was one of the reasons why we moved into the shop. Maggie! But then I realized that I'm a neurotic recluse. I don't really have a stream of people to bring in. And I don't want people camping out. Anybody who we do this with has got to be from the immediate national area where at the end of the day, they can go home and then they can come back. So that is something I definitely want to pursue in the future as we go forward. A whole DIY aspect to the channel. Maggie!
Sorry, guys.
Maggie, get over here.
Jason Fitch, is it best to apply plastic filler with your thumb or forefinger? DD Speed Shop wasn't clear.
I like to use my nipples.
Okay.
I like to put
All right,
the bond.
Lance Colby has a question.
Maggie, come over here.
Got a question. How do you check for bent crankshaft?
Bent crankshaft?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a dial indicator is your best bet, you know. Visually, when a crank is bent, you can almost always tell when you pull the crank out, you can see the bearings, and the bearings are always going to be like the depending on where the bend is on the crank, you'll see heavy wear marks in the bearings, and that'll give you an indication that it's bent. A dial indicator is your best bet. Just spin the crank with the dial indicator and watch the movement. If you've got a fresh crank, you don't have a dial indicator handy, You could rotate the crank with a 2,000, 3,000 feeler gauge or like a slip of paper in there and see if it grabs the paper as it's going through. There's lots of different ways you could.
Lloyd Walker sent you $5. Says hi from Florida.
Thank you, Lloyd.
Thank you, Lloyd. Jason Fitch says Tony sounds like he wants to turn into the guy who ran the garage in Christine.
That's what I said. That's what I was telling Kathy.
Yeah, you said it the other day.
Yeah.
Kevin Clancy, $10 for mint gelato. Yes.
There you go, Kat.
Thank you, Kevin Clancy. Thank you so much, guys. Mike Whittington sent you $3. About the 336 versus 8-bolt cranks.
Can I talk about them?
Yeah, what's the difference? What's going on there?
The 8-bolt crank is earliest motors. That's 1958 through 61? Shit, I don't even know. But they're not compatible. The 383 8-bolt crank is not like the Hemi 8-bolt crank. The 383 8-bolt crank, the flange is an inch further back. And that's because the converter had 8 studs in it, and the studs fit through the back of the crankshaft, and you would put the nuts on between the block and the crank. So that's where those 8-bolt cranks come from. The 426 Hemi 8-bolt crank has the flange in the normal spot that the later motors have. So you can't really confuse the two. And the early Chrysler 8-bolt crank, it's not even threaded. They're just holes that the studs from the converter fit through.
Okay. Did you ever hear?
I know too many things.
Okay.
This is a problem. I know too many things. I should not know that. I shouldn't have that.
Okay, Lloyd Walker is saying $2. He says Super Chat only works with less than 50 characters.
Huh.
Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, Kirk Simmons says, did you ever hear about the 700 horsepower 360 out of Australia back in the early 2000s?
No.
Uncle Darnell's, I ain't touching your junk garage. What? What? Will Darnell is the owner and manager of Darnell's Do-It-Yourself Garage.
I honestly believe that a DIY segment, or even a DIY channel, for Christ's sake.
No,
I know, Kat says, no more channels, no more channels.
one is enough to run.
I think it would go
You
big.
can do a segment. You can do a segment on that. We were going to do the Mopar Minute. What happened to that?
We're busy doing other things.
I know we're busy.
We're busy. We're
I
very
got your
busy
stopwatch and everything.
I have a beautiful old school stopwatch.
Mm-hmm. See, you love Cooper tires? Do you have Cooper tires?
Someplace.
Cooper tires made here? I don't know. Why are they talking about Cooper tires?
I don't know.
Uncle Tony's Kitchen?
We talked about
We
that.
talked about that. Let's see.
We actually did that video.
Which one?
The one we posted on the channel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the salad?
With the salad?
Yeah. Tony, looking forward to your 318 two-barrel build. Are you going to test other two barrels besides the BBD?
I'm going to leave that up to Andy. Andy is the carburetor guru. So
Okay.
I'm gonna see what he wants, and we're going to send that.
Did you get the tiny PE teacher shorts with the stopwatch? No.
No. I haven't worn shorts since I was 3.
And the cheese carb. Wheelie King says the cheese carb. You haven't tried to make anything run on mozzarella yet.
Right, I used to fight with my parents. They'd want to make me put on shorts, and I'd be like, "No, not put on shorts." And then it was gym class.
Yeah.
You got to put on your shorts. No, I'm not putting on no fucking shorts.
Oh. Tony.
I've always
Yeah, I
been
know
like that.
you've never worn shorts.
I've never worn shorts.
I know. It's weird, kind of.
I
I
feel
think we
that,
went to the beach once and you wore your boots and your jeans.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel that a man should always be ready for action.
Uh-huh.
And you can't be ready for action in shorts.
Okay, Lloyd Walker sent you $2.
Thank you, boy.
He says 360 or 340. Best build?
340.
Okay. Uncle Tony's Watch Me Eat Breakfast for No Reason channel. You'll get 1 billion subs.
Watch me eat breakfast for no reason.
Yeah.
Write that down. I love that.
You don't eat breakfast.
But I would do it for a channel.
What is wrong with her?
She's saving our lives.
She's not saving.
She's saving our lives.
Let's see. Charles Manson says, Tony, in regards to that stock 318 build, I think you should also include the same motor, but with a 4-barrel intake and carb. It would be interesting to see just how much horsepower a 4-barrel upgrade would grant.
We could calculate that. I mean, who knows what's going to happen afterwards? Maggie!
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. She's, that's Maggie being Maggie. Maggie! Come on. Come on. Want a cookie?
You have to bribe her.
Here she comes.
Get her in the house.
You want to? Come on.
Get
I'll
her
give
in
you
the
a cookie.
house. Hemihead68 sent you $5.
Thank you, Hemi Head 68.
He got through. He says, Uncle Tony rocks. Kathy, too. Thank you, Hemihead68. We appreciate that. Let's see. Coffee and bacon.
Okay.
Let's see. Watch an empty chair and table. Even better. There you go. I was told there would be fun on this channel.
No, you're not going to find fun, and you're not going to find
We don't
disgusting
like
things
fun.
like smoking.
You don't like fun, right?
I hate fun.
I don't like fun either. It's terrible. Uncle Tony is the car guy version of George Carlin. Ooh.
Well, I mean, I've been compared to worse.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Wheelie King 71 says, Tony would hate me. I live in shorts and sandals like Freiburger. Spelled wrong on purpose. Laugh out loud. In my defense, I can't wear boots because my right leg is disfigured. Laugh out loud. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, maybe he was proud of it.
Or maybe he is.
Yeah, don't say you're sorry.
Well,
that could be his outstanding
well, he can't wear
feature.
boots, and we love boots.
No, I don't care what other people wear.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't bother me. You can wear a dress.
Let's see.
It's just what I wear.
Lloyd Walker is correct. Super Chat is now limiting to 50 characters instead of 200. Any idea why? No, that's weird.
No idea.
Fun sucks, Rob's classic says.
Fun is ass.
Fun is terrible.
Fun is
It's
ass.
the worst thing. Turn the camera. Some of us are offended. Okay. Yeah, Tony's making a cigarette. Let's see. Uncle Tony's Garage. Do you watch Street Racing Channel? Are you done?
Yeah,
Done?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a lot of channels, don't they? I watched it occasionally. I want to say 2 years ago or so, and occasionally I'll tune in. They seem like really nice people. I don't really follow it though.
Windage tray for the 300 plus horsepower 318.
We're going to make one.
Okay. Are you going to show it?
Yes.
You're going to show
All of that's going to
making
be
it?
shown. Yes.
Why does Tony only wear black? The man needs some bright colors.
Because, God,
Go ahead. you get dirty a lot.
when I say I feel that a man should always be ready for action, I feel that he should always have his work boots on and like clothes that are ready to, go into action. So at any given time, I can crawl under anything, climb under anything, do anything.
This is not fashion advice.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. You have other shirts, but
I do. I have a lot of other shirts, but I just...
you like those
Yeah.
black ones. Yeah. This way you can go someplace if you have to and not be completely covered in dirt.
Well, yeah, that and I don't have to worry about like wardrobe. Because it's like, oh jeez, you wore that the last video. No, I just wear the same thing every video. Consider it done. Ed Norton always wore his, Jackie Glee or Ralph Cramden always wore his bust, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you have black jeans too.
Yeah.
Well, you have regular jeans. You have
Yeah.
black jeans. Let's see. I would love to see Tony in what's JNCO jeans. What is that?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. Tony wears jeans. Not usually on video though.
No, if we're going someplace
Yeah,
that's not car related or
right.
anything.
When you're at the shop, he's wearing work pants.
Yeah, when I'm at the house, I'm wearing work. I wake up in the morning, I got work clothes. Done. Simple.
Okay.
Black.
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 uh, Tony, come on. You know you want some khaki shorts and flip flops.
No, no, no,
No?
no. Literally at gunpoint, you could not get me to wear that stuff.
Mm.
They tried.
Who tried? Who tried? I never
I'm just
tried to
saying.
make you wear shorts.
No, not you, but I mean,
Oh.
like they'll send you to they give you hell
You
in
used to
school.
wear Hawaiian shirts,
I
though.
wore Hawaiian shirt when I did the
And
magazines.
he wore dress shirts with buttons, with short sleeves. You would wear those?
Yes, when I first started doing the magazine in the 1980s, and I was
Yeah.
like 24. I think I was 23 or 24 years old. Yeah,
Yeah, if he doesn't get dirty, he can wear shirts.
Yeah.
He
For a short period of time, I tried to fit in.
No, but you said they were comfortable.
They were comfortable.
Yeah.
They were comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
But in essence, I wear the same thing now that I did when I was 16.
Mm-hmm. You could use a graphic designer to come up with a badass logo beyond UTG.
No.
That's what Tony wants. He wants something simple. He just wants it simple.
Simple.
He doesn't want anything badass.
Right. Spartan.
Right. He wants everything Spartan.
And effective.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because I love buoyant things. Right? I love things that are very gaudy. I love things that are over the top. I love things that are bright, colorful. I'm a typical Italian. I like things that are just gaudy. But for myself, I like everything to be very simple and very basic.
Mm. Like the Amish.
Yeah, like the Amish.
Let's see. Zero says, I trained kickboxing for years. Shorts to me are a weapon. Oh.
I got no problem with other people. Well, I do have one gripe. It's like when I got to be in a car with a guy, and they're wearing shorts or something, and I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?"
Okay, Tony.
That's the only the only time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a car, and I'm like, and like somebody's like, "Come on, I'll go with you," and like I'm looking at it, and they're wearing like fucking shorts, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, thanks. I'll go myself."
Oh boy. UT fashion, yep. Oh. Cut off dickies. I don't actually have real shorts. Haha, I make them. Okay. Where is your Italian bloodline from in Italy, Tony?
All over the map. It's a mix.
What your Napolitan
It's a mix.
and
I'm everything.
your other grandma was Sicilian, right?
Yeah.
So you're both. Bloodline from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, his grandmother was Sicilian, right?
Yeah.
Mama Joe.
Yeah.
Uncle Tony, you should become Amish and hot rod buggies.
It may come to that.
It may come to that.
It very seriously may come to that.
The Amish don't wear buttons, but safety pins. They think buttons are too modern.
I like that. I like that.
Somebody called you a Luddite. They were trying to insult you.
Yeah, people try to insult me by calling me a Luddite, and I'm like, yes.
And what's the problem? Okay. Let's see. Gordy, how about a green Dodge Diplomat?
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Tony is German. Bad Sam Hot Rod says.
I identify as German.
Tony is German.
I identify as German.
Oh.
Because I look at things that are Italian and I cringe.
But you just said you love Italian gaudy things.
I love gaudy things.
Oh.
I love gaudy things.
You just like to contradict.
Yeah, I know. I like gaudy German things. I got some
Yeah.
seriously gaudy stuff.
Like what? Cuckoo clocks?
Yeah,
That's not gaudy. Well, a little bit.
yeah.
Not that much.
They're ornate. They're beautiful. They're colorful.
Yeah, they're ornate.
It was
Yeah.
about the stuff they did with like stained glass and shit like that. The Germans
Yeah.
have some amazingly beautiful stuff.
Uh-huh. Okay. Um, let's see. I don't know. They're talking to one another. I'm getting confused. All right. Willie Boris on a horse is a good idea. Okay. Uh, Gordy. Yeah, Joe
Gordy.
Brennan. Gordy. Okay. Um, Tony, you're funny as hell. I'm going to miss you if you don't quit smoking.
I quit. I told you. I said it an hour ago. I quit smoking. I'm done. I don't smoke anymore. It's a disgusting habit, and it's obviously killing me. I feel so much better since I quit. So much better.
Italian wiring, German engineering, Polish safety standards, the perfect car. Um, why did Tony move from his hometown?
From New York City, because there was nothing. When I left 20 years ago, there was nothing left of the place. Nothing that resembled the New York that I had grown up with. And now it's like really
Well,
gone.
yeah, it was
So,
changing a lot.
yeah.
And like our choice was like what? To go to Jersey, which is just like, eh. No offense, guys from Jersey.
If I want to visit New York City in 1978, I can just run right up the road here to Nashville because that's what it is.
Yeah. I don't believe you. No, New York it wasn't the same, you know? And we had kids, like our kids were still young when we moved. And we were like, do we really want to continue raising them here?
Yeah.
So that was
It was
really like
immediately after 9/11.
the big reason, yeah. There was just a
And
lot
it
of
was like,
chaos and it was just a bad place to be
just
at
done
that time.
with this. Just done with this.
Wanted the kids to be safe.
Yeah.
Staten Island was actually a fun place to visit. Was it? What year? Because last time I went, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, well, I was up there a few years ago. It was terrible.
Let's see.
25-mile-an-hour speed limit. With cameras everywhere. No.
Let's see. How old are our kids? They're in their 30s.
The Staten Island I grew up in was like the Wild West. It really was like a free-for-all. There was still a lot of open places. There really wasn't much in the way of traffic. A lot of the old school mentality still existed there. It was fun. It was a great place. And then, like in the later 80s and then into the 90s, in the 90s, it really started to change. And by 2000, I'm telling you, there was nothing left of that place that resembled the New York City that I had grown up in.
Hmm. Hello, Chris Greenaway.
Hey, Chris.
Keep it scale stupid, says Mr. Tony. I'm trying to pick out a flywheel. How do I know if I need zero balance or external balance?
Is your engine internally balanced or externally balanced? You're going to have to do your own research on that. I couldn't tell you. It just depends on the engine, you have.
Danny Boyd is back. Okay.
I'm sitting back. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of cities went like that. I think a lot changed after 9/11.
Yeah.
Like, everything was just different.
I left there and never looked back once. I got here and I was like, what a relief.
I think
Done.
when we were growing up, it was good. At least where I lived, it was good.
It was good where I grew up too.
Yeah, I think that it was very good when we were kids and we were growing up. But we got to the point where we were like, I don't want to raise the kids here anymore.
No.
So were you in Englishtown in '89?
Yes.
Yes.
Like non-stop.
Let's see.
If you go back to like that era, like 1987, 88, 89, if the track was open, I was there. Unless I was at another track someplace else. But No, that would have been like the height of my activities.
Mopar Den says, I went to Staten Island 2 years ago to buy some tires and wheels. I couldn't get out fast enough. It was hard not to drive a block without passing a crime scene.
Yeah.
What? I don't remember it being like that.
Well, what neighborhood was
Yeah,
in?
what neighborhood were you in? Neighborhoods are different. They're very changeable.
Yeah.
Scott Coon sent you $5.
Thank you, Scott.
Check under the Facebook Friday Night Tech post for RR links. I sent them right after the live crashed, but can't find the message. Okay, under the Facebook Friday Night Tech post. Okay. It's on Facebook? All right, I'll look for it, Scott. If not, can you send it to our email? UncleTony'sGarage@gmail.com? Because it's probably easier for me to just find it there. Let's see. What temperature is it in Tennessee? What is it right now?
Man, it's about 65 right now.
Yeah, it's nice out. It's
Boy,
humid.
that's perfect.
These are their stories. C. Pete Davidson's Walking in Staten. You know, I can't watch that guy. I saw the beginning of that movie and I was like, get this trash off my TV.
What's that?
Oh, Walking in Staten. Yeah, that's funny. That's the video. But the movie he made, King of Staten Island.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I saw that.
a lot of
I didn't
people
see
from
all of it.
Staten Island don't like it. Yeah, the Walking in Staten was funny, the song. But the movie, Tony, we missed you this weekend at Nitro Revival with Steve Gibbs in Irwindale, California.
How'd you miss me? I've never been there.
Let's see. It was 80 in Buffalo, was it?
Wow.
Wow. When did you watch King of Staten Island?
Who the hell knows? I saw it at someplace online.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Parts of it.
Oh, parts of
Yeah, I
it.
couldn't sit through the whole thing.
Yeah. No, I was like, this is. I remember when it came out, like, I'm in the Staten Island groups on Facebook, and people were like, so mad. They're like, this is terrible. This is not what we're like. Like, why are you even making this? They're really upset. Oh, Wayne has a question. Okay, let's see. Hang on. They're telling me Wayne has a question. Let's get busy on here. Wayne wants to ask you something. What, Wayne? What is it? Wayne on a quest to find an answer. I'm looking. Okay, polished and contoured crank and rods for the 300 plus horsepower 18 raised pistons? Question mark.
We'll talk. Actually, Andy and I were talking about strategies this morning. We were talking on the phone. No, we're limited to stock pistons, but there are ways to raise the compression height. And we're limited to a stock cam, but there are ways to alter the cam timing and all that. So you'll see as we go along. You'll see. It's gonna be very trick. It's gonna be a very trick engine.
Mopar Den says I had to go to Loop Road, somewhere near B Street, is what I recall.
Loop Road.
Loop Road.
Oh, you know where he was?
Uh-uh.
Yacarinos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually okay. It's called Industrial Loop.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he means.
And that at one point that was a junkyard called Yacarinos, and I literally grew up there. That was like when I was like a teenager, 13, 14 years old. I used to ride the city bus out there and go spend the whole day, like on Saturdays. I'd spend the whole day on Saturday crawling around these junk cars and everything. I learned a lot about cars. And see, it was different, man. It was different. Like in those days, you were a kid and you go to the junkyard, nobody gave a shit. You just go bounce. So that's called Industrial Loop, and that
What's
was
B?
at some.
What is B Street?
There's little streets in there, like where they have shops like our setup.
Huh. Let's see. Looking. Tony, is there any way you can weld on a regular cast piston?
Yeah, I imagine you could make some repairs. Probably not the best idea. You know, if you're trying to salvage like if you're trying to, if you've got like a rare stock motor and you're just trying to salvage it and it's just a driver, I imagine there are some repairs you could make by welding it. But I definitely wouldn't do it on a race motor on on anything that. Whereas once a piston is damaged or is compromised through heat, destroyed through heat, no good, no bueno.
You sent the Lisa. Okay, the email. Okay, I'll check them out after. Let's see. Yeah, man, you know your stuff. You know a lot, man.
I've
Yeah,
heard.
you know some things.
Yes, I know a few things.
Let's see. Dakota says, I'm not talking about repairing. I mean, like to raise compression.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. At one point, and this is years ago, I did think about using pucks. So it's common to have like you get an engine that's got a piston that's 120 thousandths down the hole. I thought about experimenting with a puck. So let's say you want a zero deck piston that's 120 down, you'd have 120 thousandths like puck, you know, like a shim, and you could fasten that to the top of the piston. It would probably stay. You know, I don't know. It's something I did think about. I did consider it at some point.
Crazy 77 says, what would cause my torque light to act like a power glide? It has first and third and a top speed of around 68 miles per hour.
No second gear? Oh God, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head.
You said you just knew so many things.
But I don't know why his only got first and third. If
Okay.
it's shifting from first to third, it means that you don't have a kickdown set up on it. But that wouldn't preclude it from having a top speed. Oh, oh, that sounds like you might have. Oh, you know what? You might have rolled a sprag on that thing. You might have rolled a sprag on that thing. I would be very careful. That could go off. All right? Seriously. Because I can only answer this question to some extent online without actually seeing, hearing, feeling the car. But if it feels like you're not getting a shift and you've only got a top speed of about 40 miles an hour or so, you may have rolled the sprag, in which case you're in danger of the drum exploding. So I would bring that to a tranny shop. I would probably tow that to a tranny shop and have somebody look at it that way.
Okay. Immortal Ronin says, hey Tony, would you consider working on old two-strokes or old two-stroke diesels?
Probably not. They don't do it for me, so I don't.
D2 says, come on Tony, you have to miss Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't miss anything in Brooklyn. I don't miss
LMB? LMB?
I don't miss anything there.
Spumoni Gardens? LMB pie? You don't miss LMB?
No, no. I'm grateful to be out of there.
Oh, the pizza was good.
Every morning I wake up and I thank whatever forces there are in the universe, whatever you want to label them, God, the universe. I am grateful that I am no longer in New York.
Lloyd Walker sent $2.
Thank you, Lloyd.
Looking at 340 long block 1969, what are X heads?
X heads are the factory 340 heads from 1968 to 1970, and they have a 202 intake valve. They got a 202 160 exhaust. So those are the only. There's really nothing special about the porting on them or anything like that. It's just they're fitted with the 202 intakes. The later on, the J heads, where they downsized to the 188 intakes. Well, there were a handful of 202 intake J heads, but that's beside the point. That's the one outstanding feature of the X head.
Doug Narden says drum explosion equals dangerous, like your feet don't
Yes.
drive that trans.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't put two and two together for a minute. I'm like, well, why would it only have a top speed of whatever, acting like a power glide. That doesn't make much sense. But then, yeah, okay, if it rolled the Sprague, now, yeah, that's exactly what it would do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good thing that we read his question.
Yes.
Zero's helping me. He's like, so and so has a good question.
But that's what Zero.
That's what Zero
These
does.
guys are
He's very
awesome.
helpful. It's helpful. Like,
Did
because
you get
sometimes
Zero's
I can't
package
keep up.
out?
No, because I've been hurt. No, it's got to go out. I know. It's got to go out.
Zero, your stuff is sitting.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
actually I'm
inside.
looking at it right
Can you
now.
see it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the leaving area.
And Ari's bottle you didn't bring
Yes.
me home, which
Yes,
is
I did.
also why it didn't go out. Where's the bottle?
In the truck.
Oh, well, you didn't say it was.
Oh.
Let's see. What is that?
I don't know, but if Maggie was here, she'd be barking at it.
Oof. It sounds big.
Yeah.
How are Austin and the other kid?
No idea.
They're not kids. They're like in their 30s.
They're in their 30s. Yeah, but they're kids to me. Everybody's a kid to me. You get to that age now, everybody's a kid. I have no idea.
Sierra says you guys are awesome. Everybody in the chat is awesome. John R. says, pardon me, but the engine building is getting boring. Why don't you do something different, like changing ring and pinion gears or build transmissions?
When we have to do a transmission, we do a transmission. When we have to do a rear, we do a rear. I mean, there's not that. See, here's the thing: engines is something that everybody has in common. Everybody's going to screw with their engines. So, and I'm an engine guy. I love engines. So most of the work we do is with engines. When we have to do a training, we do a training. We're going to do a training this week on that satellite. So stay tuned for that. And I just haven't had to set up a rear end in, I don't know, a year and a half. We did the rear end on Battle Rocket. We set the 456s in a spool. So you'd have to go back about 2 years to find that.
Lloyd Walker sent $2.
Thank you, Lloyd.
Buy a 340 short block aluminum heads better than X.
No, I would use the X heads. Okay, there are a lot of good aluminum heads out there. I guess it depends what you're after. If it's a driver street strip type of car, you want to keep it mostly original. Yeah, definitely stick with the X heads. But then when you talk about aluminum heads, you have a range that starts from economy just deck aluminum to like full race. So I can't really answer that question for you.
Okay, so Crazy77 says, I adjusted the throttle valve. I thought it could be the Sprague. I drive this truck abusively, but the transmission has been like that since I got it. Sweet Moses. I'll park that jalopy for a while.
I'm telling you, if you have a very limited top speed, right? If it's like you feel like a shift, and then has a super limited top speed, you roll the Sprague.
John R. says, it's your channel, do what you want.
Okay.
Well, we do try and do things that people want to see.
Here's the thing, right? There's not so much you can do with okay. You can modify a transmission to make it stronger. That's about it. That's as far as you go. Same thing on the rear end. You can modify it to make it stronger, but you can't really make any power with it. And the appeal to most people, the vast majority of people, is making power, playing with power. And that all comes from the engine. So that's what we focus on. We focus on the engine.
Let's see. T-Truth says, Tony, I hope I'm wrong, but stock cam carbon rockers, I don't see you breaking 300 horsepower with a 318.
Yeah, give us. You'll see. You'll see.
You'll see. When does Tony show engine building? I only see snippets here and there, Joe Brennan says. This is true. Well, no, some of them we did like whole full videos, like multiple videos on, step by steps.
Well, when we did the motor for Slaghammer,
yeah,
we literally shot.
There's a playlist.
Yeah, there's a playlist.
Yeah.
And we did like 10 videos on that engine and covered every single aspect of it, from cleaning the block to painting the block to prepping it to, like, literally covered every single piece of it.
Mopar Man James says, hey Tony, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Have you ever run high flowing wedge heads like Indy 440 one or Brodix B1s or on anything? If so, what were the combinations?
I have not. I have not.
318 will run. What's up?
I mean, I've dealt with other people's cars. Others said, but me myself, no, I haven't.
Stop telling people to do what they want. He's laughing. You know. A Cove says, I always enjoy the engine topics.
Most people do. That's why we keep doing them.
You did a live engine build. Yeah, you did that.
We did a couple of them.
Let's see. Did the Hemi?
Yeah, we did the
that's a
426 Hemi.
playlist.
We did the 426 Hemi live.
Right.
Right.
Watching paint dry now, that is real engine building. Yeah. UTG is also interesting to see when we can do what we can do to minimize the parasitic loss throughout the driveline.
Yes, that's but we've done that. We've done those videos. Off the top of my head, I can't remember which ones, but we have covered all of those topics.
So, like, what do you think that people want to see? They should tell you what they want to see, right? You should do like a poll of what our viewers are most interested in.
It's simple. Our viewers are interested in anything having to do with a rip-off, scam, or okay, because those
faulty parts.
or faulty parts. Those get the biggest views. If anything is completely jacked,
Yeah.
right, or somebody's being
So they
taken
can
advantage
yell.
of,
They could be like, "What's jacked now?"
those get by far. Those get the biggest views.
Yeah.
History stuff.
Yeah, people like that.
Tends to get pretty decent views. What else?
We want to see dogs eat freaking cheese.
They want to see dogs eat cheese.
Oh, we're so busy. A new Gen Hemi in a B body.
It's done all the time. It's done all the time.
I tried to make Tony get a Toyota motor and a Ford motor today that were free, and he wouldn't do it.
No, it was a random like smog era Ford inline 6 and like a random Toyota.
Let's see. You did a daily driver engine build too? Yeah.
Yes, we did the daily driver. We've built so many
360.
fucking engines.
Sometimes, I don't know. Flipper cars are selling faster now. Look out for the rip-offs.
We did the slant and plan Z. We did the motor and bottle rock. Let's talk about. Wait.
Lloyd Walker sent you $2. Can you or would you stroker kit a 340? Rev it?
No, I would run it as a 340. Okay. So wait, I want to go back now. Who is this guy who's saying you don't build engines?
But he loves us, so.
Joe Brennan. You go back to the earliest days of this channel. We did the 170 slant 6. That was those two guys with the Valiant. Okay, so we did that.
And they left only because they were done with their build. No other
They were
reason.
finished. They moved on.
Constantly being persecuted.
We did the motor in Bottle Rocket. That's 2.
Yeah.
We did the motor in your Swinger. That's 3. We did.
You did the 273 and the GT? Did you?
No.
You didn't do it?
No, just the top end.
The top end, okay.
Okay. No, not top
The
end.
cam.
We did the cam, right? Cam, right. Okay, but so I'm not going to count that because
All
we've
right.
done lots of stuff like that.
Okay.
We did the motor that's in Plan Z. We did the motor in Slaghammer. That's 6. We did. Oh God, I know I'm forgetting cars here.
You did the Hemi?
We did the Hemi. That's 7. What engine am I
Winky.
forgetting? I didn't build that engine.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm drawing a blank, but I can think of 7 off the top of my head.
Lloyd Walker sent you $2. I've been following you since the magazine days.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lloyd. Oh. You've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we've built at least 7 engines on the 4 years that we're.
We also lost Fluxy. Zero
We
says we
lost
lost
Fluxy,
Fluxy.
R.I.P. Fluxy.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm forgetting at least one.
I don't know. Joe Brennan sent you $5. He
Thank you, Joe.
says, compared to the rest of the content on your channel, engine building makes up a tiny fraction. Here's some money for a fire pit and some cheese.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, so it makes up a small fraction compared to
But okay, but those
all
are
the
so,
carburetor videos you do.
we,
You
we've
do a lot
done
of
we've
carb
done
videos.
7 engines, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we've done at least 150, 200 engine technique manifold runners to porting and cam things and rod things and piston things and bearing things, and
The
they don't
Dart
really get a lot of
Rebellion?
views. They don't get that many views.
They don't.
You
Not
know what gets
really.
views? Carburetor videos. People are like, oh, stop doing carburetor videos. You do too many carburetor videos. Well, they get views. They don't get many views when we put them out. So we'll put a carburetor video out, and it'll get the usual 20,000 to 30,000 views in the first couple of few days, and then they kind of lay dormant. But then, and remember something in YouTube, right? You always look for material that's evergreen.
Mm.
So those carburetor videos over time accrue a lot of views. So you'll go back and you'll check a video that, let's say, had 30,000 views, and you go back and you check it 2 years later, and it's at like 600,000, and it's like, whoa, because every time somebody has that problem, they search it, and our video comes up, and they watch the video. So that's why we do certain videos that you guys are like, oh, you do too much of this, too much of this, but that's because over time those videos get a lot of views.
Joe Brennan says, I'm waiting for Fluxy merch too, by the way.
Fluxy merch. Poor Fluxy.
I know.
She gave her life on Slaghammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slaghammer killed Fluxy.
Watching this is
But
better.
you didn't build that car.
Oh, all right. Let it go. Let it go.
I wore out a welder on
Let
that
it
car.
go. James McKinley says, watching this is better than watching an engine rebuild, at least for me. Okay. That's good, James. I love the stunt carburetor in your early videos.
We did a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah, we still do.
You remember the video we shot up on a tree?
Yep. UTG, where's the Mercury Cyclone Spoiler 2 prototype in the museum? I've waited 2 years now. Oh,
God, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. We moved into the shop, and ever since we moved into that shop, it's really all I go. That's the only place I go to. Like I've literally cut myself off from the world. I don't think I've done it intentionally, but I've cut myself off from like interacting with anybody in the environment.
yeah, you just go into your own little.
Yeah, and this is for a couple of years now, and all I do is I get up in the morning. Okay.
You go to the shop.
Yeah, the sun is coming up. I let the dogs out.
Because
I
that's
mop
what you
up
like to
piss,
do.
and then I go get a cup of coffee and I run to the shop, and then I come home and then it's my routine 7 days a week. So
Bring back stunt carbs and stunt cams. Throw more parts. They're going to throw more things, Tony.
but I'm going to change that. We're going to change that. I'm going to break myself out of that cycle, out of that
Okay.
habit.
Hemihead68 sent you $2.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tony, have any interest in tractor pull engines?
Yeah, it's neat. I mean, I would never want to build one. That's not my cup of tea, but I like watching that stuff. That's fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Throwing parts is great. See, we work too hard. All you've got to do is throw parts. Really.
I threw a bottle of Goo Gun the other day.
I know. And nobody even mentioned it.
Nobody even mentioned it.
They don't appreciate it.
No. I feel like I threw it in vain.
You threw it in vain. Do you still have the boat? Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
kids
just
have the
sitting on-
boat.
They got it sitting
Nobody
there.
has time.
Nobody has
has
time.
time. Like we all work all the time.
It's-
They
it
work
is
all the
truth.
time. We work all the time. It's just ridiculous.
It was a good idea. It was a good idea. But
Right? The other night you were doing the live and one of the girls went in the room with you because it's working all the time.
the boat was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But in practicality,
Like
It's
we realize how little we don't realize how little time we have
we
to
have
do
no
things.
time.
Like we have all these ideas of things with the what we want to do.
But that's what I mean about we got to change things up a little
I
bit.
know, I
Yeah.
agree. But now we have a dog sitter.
We have a dog sitter, and the dog is a big issue with us because we've got the four of them, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't leave them. Um, see, years ago when I was always on the road. I was always going someplace, always. But she was home. Kathy was home, and she took care of the kids, and she had the dogs, and the home front was taken care of. But now she's my film crew,
Mm.
and I don't have anybody at the house to handle all of this stuff. So like literally, yeah, like if we're together, as soon as I leave the house, all I can think about is getting back to the house, and it's terrible. It's a terrible way to live, but that's where I am. I feel hyper responsible towards my dogs, and I don't want to
But
leave
now
them
we
alone.
have a good dog sitter. We found somebody.
Yes,
So we feel confident about that. We can
and we
probably
can't just
leave the
take them with
house.
us because
Yeah,
Poppy
Poppy's very old.
is like she's like completely feeble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
She's
completely
16.
feeble, and like she can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We can't take them anywhere.
So there's that. Um, let's see. You got the bugler out. All right. I have to move them.
Yeah.
I need a dog sitter. Okay. I will probably rattle can the black brings black tomorrow. Rattle can the springs black tomorrow. Okay. Not talking to me. Engine's boring? No. No. It's all right. You can't please everybody all the time.
Yeah.
Lloyd Walker sent you $2.
Thank you, Lord.
340 block number than any other. TA obviously not obtainable.
I don't know what that means.
340 block number than any other? Question mark. TA obviously not obtainable. Is there any?
Any special 340s?
Yeah.
Not that I could think of. No, the TA would be the only block.
Yeah, the car's white. Yeah. Just Moonport Joe says, Kathy, which casting heads on the DV318? Which casting heads on the David Bazaar 318?
They're going to be the 975s.
Can I look at you yet? You're
Yes,
done?
you can look at me.
Okay. All right. Do you still have chickens? No.
Nah.
We do not.
Histoplasmosis. Kathy almost.
Yeah, I got asthma really bad from the chickens. Cleaning the chickens. Let's see. Where's Blue Thunder? In the house. Keep it in the house so she doesn't get rusty. TA block is not available. What happened to Stubby's Valiant?
As I've said before, Stubby has issues. Stubby has things, and he's not able to do regular life. So let's just leave it at that. That car now belongs to Buff Del Campo, and I'm waiting for Buff to see what he's gonna do.
Charles Manson says, what happened to the chickens? Did you murder them? No.
No.
No, we gave them to a nice lady, and she has them on her farm.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we didn't murder them. Tony, what are your thoughts on Ross's wall riding phenomenon? Which one of your cars would you attempt riding the wall with?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't either. Your leg is really bothering you.
Just for a second. It'll go away. Let's see. Oh, Buff says he'll be there Tuesday to start with the Valiant.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. UTG era. What pieces are great? Like the Aero Car series. I like when Tony's natural knowledge of the Aero comes out. Oh, NASCAR racing technique. Controversial. Loved your ASMR video. Great sound.
But that's only like 250 horsepower, don't you know?
Please, Tony. Why do you even Just put it out of your mind. Clear your mind.
Maybe someday that car could break into the 15s.
Oh, jeez. Doesn't seem like it's going very fast. Like going uphill, the tires are spinning.
I counted the poles.
Right. You gotta see it from reading comments sometimes. You're just like, yeah, okay. Joe K sent you $5.
Thank you.
Okay. Rust-Oleum can says not for use above 200 degrees. Okay to use on engine block?
I used it to paint the one on Sledgehammer.
And it's okay.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's been through hell. It went through 2,000 miles on power tour in 100-degree temperatures.
Yeah.
And it looks literally as beautiful and clean and clear and perfect as it did the day I finished painting it.
Yeah, it still looks fine.
Yeah.
Do a video of you reading the comments. DD did with excellent results.
Yeah,
we talked about it.
Yeah, we may start saving some.
Except ours are much worse than theirs. So we would have to bleep a lot of stuff out.
Trolls, I'm sorry if I blocked you. Well, I'm not really sorry.
Not really.
I blocked you. But I know we've got trolls. Make another account. It takes you a minute, right? Make another account and hit us with your best shot, and we'll do a troll comment video this week. I promise.
Yo, there's so many we could have saved.
I know.
They were great.
But usually when I'm going through the comments, I'm just like real quick. I'm like, you know.
Block. Okay. Oh, hey Tony, what's your best guess on the Bottle Rockets ET now that you ran 770 lifting? By the way, that works out to around 12 flat in the quarter.
Yeah, I know. So that was 770, leaving in second, spraying for half the track, maybe a little bit more than half the track because the bottle was empty. I had just enough to launch the car.
You're full of excuses, you know.
Well,
I'm just trolling you.
It's not an excuse. I'm telling you what it was.
Happened?
That's hardly an excuse.
I understand
I'm telling
that.
what it is. So, left in second gear, sprayed for half the track, and let off before the lights because the drive shaft vibrates hard. Like you get it to about 75, 80 miles an hour, and it's going. I still haven't fixed the pinion. I still got to raise the pinion a little bit. And that was a 770. Spraying all the way, leaving in first. Spraying with a 150 shot, leaving in first, driving it out the back door. I'm gonna say the car probably run about 7. The way it sits right now, probably 720, 730. I think it's very realistic for what the car is right now.
Lloyd Walker sent you $2.
Thank you.
TA block better for 340? Better part number?
Leave it to the collectors, man.
Yeah.
Leave it to the collectors. It's not worth messing with.
Let's see. Tony sandbagging? You sandbagging?
A little bit. Yes, a little bit.
Let's see.
Okay. Let's put it this way. Here's the best way to put this, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I could not run Bottle Rocket I could not go any quicker with that car at a legitimate event without putting a roll bar in it. So it's roll bar required fast.
What happens if an EMP? Points will still work?
Sure. Laugh it off. EMP, solar flare, just laugh it right off.
Just Mopar his weight down to asking for a friend.
2944. That's with gas. That's everything ready to roll.
Kurt Hughes says, so I'm getting mixed info on my 80 Aspen. What auto trans was behind the 225 slant 6?
So one more time now?
I'm getting mixed info on my 80 Aspen. What auto trans was behind the 225 slant 6?
That's a lockup 904.
Wouldn't an EMP take out the condenser?
No.
Um, the last large EMP to hit the earth caught the telegraph wires on fire.
Yes. That was the Carrington event, 1859.
Store them in Faraday cage.
No, you won't have any problem. I'm telling you, points, condensers, all that stuff would be just fine. Just fine.
Kurt Hughes says, thank you very much. John R. says, yes, points will work, but your charging system won't. So Floyd's Garage is saying, so don't ground the car to the ground?
What, for a points car for an EMP? No, don't worry about it. Don't even think about it. It's fine. Your points car is fine.
The body of the car acts as a Faraday cage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here it says, look up solar cycle. It's fascinating. Tinfoil car cover.
Wrap it like a potato.
What?
Wrap it like a potato.
Yeah. I have to go in for a second.
You have to go in for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I take this?
I
Do you
gotta
want
take
my
this.
glasses?
Yeah, give me your glasses.
So you can see?
Okay.
Okay, here. Take my glasses.
Okay.
Don't stretch them
I won't stretch them.
with your big
All
head.
right, here.
Don't
Okay.
point it at me or inside because it's messy.
All right.
Cleaning everything.
I'm going to point it at the door. At the dogs. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Pushrod TV, how's it going, man? John Gaugen. What? Oh, geez, this goes so fast. That's the next build. Zero Electronics build. Oh, wait, that's most of UTG. Yep. Let's see. Space Invader, but if it's big enough, the EMP, if it's big enough to kill the points, that's the least of your issues. You're absolutely right. Let's see. Activate Tony read mode. That's it. What's going on in there? I see tails wagging. There's Maggie. She wants to come out. Okay. Let's see. Mike Jesse from Alberta, Canada. Hello, my Canadistan brother. Wayne Ferguson. After the 300 plus 318, how about a 400 plus 318? Wayne, we've already got that, but I don't want to talk about that. Artichoke time. No, she didn't make artichoke times. Let's see. Zali Speech Up. Tony, recommendations for the intake for a 53 Chrysler Flathead for boost. Does it really make any difference if you're boosting it? Geez, so I have no idea what manifolds are available for that thing. But if you're boosting it, really, the manifold configuration is the least of your problems. Let's see. Floyd's Garage, you have to pull a few teeth. Are you doing that right now? Roasted potatoes or Brussels sprouts? Both. I love Brussels sprouts. But I'm going to go with the potatoes. Let's see. Oh, here comes Kathy again. Lifesaver. 400 watching, only 241 likes. Oh, my God.
Give me my glasses.
Okay. Kathy's taking her glasses back. I can no longer see. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Zero says, last Sunday, my dart was hit by my drunk as fuck neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
Dart's fine, some damage. I did almost send him to a non-living place. Aw. I'm sorry.
Another dimension.
Oh, that sucks.
What parts are hurt, man?
Yeah, what'd you hurt?
Maybe I got...
We have some parts.
Your leg?
Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah, I need some... let's see.
I sure do feel better since I quit smoking.
Oh, would you stop? Loudburn says, what was the beef among the names Slaghammer? There's no beef about the name.
No, I love the name.
Yeah.
Zero. named it. Zero and Ari
Yeah, no problem with the
named the car. I
name.
love the name. I hated the please.
So he doesn't like the lettering.
When I came in one day and those letters were on the car, after I says no, right? I says no, I don't want that on the side of the car. I says putting letters, putting stick-on vinyl letters on a primed car is just stupid. It's tacky. And then I may even made the suggestion for the font to use that the
Spinal
spine
Tap. Yeah.
right? But
That was the closest one to Spinal Tap.
right, but when I saw it, it didn't work. So the things that work in your imagination is one thing, and when you see it in real life, it's not necessarily the same thing. So I was pretty adamant about no, I don't want any stickers on the side of the car. If you're going to put the name on the car, put it on the back window, put it on the back glass. But you don't put stickers, you don't letter a primed car. Who would do that? And after I made it exceedingly clear that I did not like that and I did not want that, I come in the shop the next morning and boom, there it is on the car. Okay, fine. What are you going to do? But essentially, at that point, that's when we stopped. If you notice, that was back in May. And that's when we stopped covering anything to do with the car itself and only focused on the engine and the aspects of that. So, yeah, please, that really pissed me off. That really pissed me off.
Zero says right fender, a small crunch, but she messed his car up bad. Oh, Zero just sent me pictures. Now my phone's gonna beep, Zero, because I didn't shut my notifications off.
Wow, that's cool, refreshing water. Where'd you get that from?
The refrigerator.
Nice.
Need Metal sent you $5.
Thank you.
Your channel and projects have been affected by substance abuse. I have been on both sides of the fence myself. It's challenging.
Yes, substance abuse has been an issue at times with certain people. Uh, Idiocy has been a big problem too.
BNR Racing says fuel shortages. Nebraska governor declared an emergency, Tony.
Yeah, it's all coming to a head. Everything is coming to a head.
Nobody remembers Spinal Tap anymore. It's like my favorite movie. Alex Miller sent you $2. Just finished my 400 Pontiac engine rebuilt, 1964.
Congratulations.
Nice. That font is 100% Harry Potter and nothing else. Not even Spinal Tap.
I hated it. I hated it. And it was on the dashboard too. Oh God, why are you putting it on the freaking dashboard? And then every time I turn around, there's more stickers on the car, on the side of the car. And I'm like, are any of these motherfuckers paying you to put the stickers on the car? Is anybody paying you to put stickers on the fucking car? So I spent more time peeling stickers off the car than I did.
Winbed KZ1000 sent you $4.99.
Thank you.
He says,
Winbed.
sell a poster of the picture of Tony porting the head on the toilet. Laugh out loud.
That's an old picture.
Do you want that hanging in everybody's garage?
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, you're going to sell out?
I have no pride or shame. Knock yourself out.
I have no pride or shame.
Neither. Neither.
Oh, that could be our Christmas picture.
Sure.
Oh, it's an old photo.
It's almost 40 years old.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. UTG goes to 11. They're making a new Spinal Tap movie. I know. I'm not going to watch it. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah, you can't.
It's not going to be good.
That.
You can't remake
You
that.
can't remake that.
Just leave it alone.
It's like,
I don't want it ruined for me.
Right.
Puppet show, then slag hammer. I don't know what that means.
The car looks so much cooler without the lettering on it, though. I was actually just admiring that this afternoon at the shop. I walked past it and I was like, oh, yeah.
Let's see. When it comes to filing rings, if you don't have a torque plate on the block, how can you confirm accuracy for the home builder?
Dude, nothing in the universe is that accurate. Okay, don't stress it. Don't stress it. You use a torque plate for honing. That's it. It's the only reason you use a torque plate. Afterwards, as far as like just checking for ring gap and stuff like that, no.
Matt wants to know, you're going to change the offset of rear wheels on slag hammer.
No, I love the way that looks.
A
It's,
lot of people don't like it.
yeah, I know a lot of people don't like it, but when people see it in real life, they're like, they get it. They're like, oh God, that's, you know. No, it's like, it looks like a toy. It looks like a Matchbox car.
Let's see. Um,
There's nothing I would change on that car from the way it is. I think it's perfect. It's perfect.
Lloyd Walker sent you $2.
Thank you, Will.
Um, you head New York better than X heads 340 bother you too much?
What did he say?
You head, it says New York.
You had.
Oh,
Oh,
it's just some typos.
no, it's not. It's
Sorry,
not, it's not a
Lloyd.
typo. There was the J head, the O head, the H head, the U head, and the N head, and none of those things make any. There's no significance in at all in any of those letters. They're all 188, 160, 360 cylinder heads.
Okay. Sorry I misread that. Sometimes they're hard to read if. Okay. Tony feels like he's at the Ritz because of a cold fridge water. It doesn't take much to make Tony happy. Uh, let's see. What are those lights up there? Oh, behind you in the
The
trees?
mothership. They watch.
Let's see. Did the factory cam for oil passages and big block crank? And do you advocate doing this?
They did not.
Chamfer oil,
Yeah,
sorry.
they did not chamfer the holes. Um, you can. They're not known for bottom end oiling issues at all. So I mean, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, some engines need love downstairs, and the big block Chrysler is not one of them.
Okay. We're on for 1 hour and 57 minutes.
We can wrap it up whatever you want.
Yeah, a few minutes. Let's see. When are you having Ian Roussel?
Oh God, I completely forgot about that. um, let me think on that.
Read your super chat. Tony missed it. Hang on. I
How do we
didn't think
miss
I
a
missed
super
the
chat?
shoot. I didn't think I did. I'm scrolling up. Mm. Yeah, sell a poster of the picture of Tony pouring the head in the toilet. We can sell posters of that. You want to start selling posters, Tony?
Not really.
I didn't think so. Are we going to do the shirt? Can't you see I'm trying to work?
We haven't really been pushing the I Hate
No,
Cars shirt.
we haven't been pushing anything.
We haven't been pushing anything.
I know, but like the holidays are coming up, so
Yes.
people might want to buy gifts. So we might want to have like a decent shirt that maybe they would want to buy.
Yeah.
So you want to do that one, or did you want Zen Bastard?
I like Zen Bastard.
He tells me, he's like, I want that on a shirt, Zen Bastard. I'm like, nobody's gonna know what that means. Who's gonna wear that shirt? Zen Bastard. Can't you work? I'm trying to see. Oh. Okay. Good night, Andy. Andy says good night. Good seeing everyone tonight.
Good night, Andy.
It's too funny.
Does not play well with others.
Is that what you want on a shirt? Who's gonna buy that? Nobody wants to walk around being a jerk.
You'd be surprised. I bet you
You'd
could
be
start a trend.
surprised. There's lots of jerks out there that would wear that shirt.
We could start a trend.
Oh my goodness. Carrillo 69 sent you €5. Okay. If you were not a Mopar guy, what brand would you drive / tinker?
I have an affinity towards Buicks.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'd say I would probably be a Buick guy.
I will fight you.
That's a good one too.
Uncle Tony's garage. I will fight you. Oh my goodness.
They really. What? Stop. Shush.
Kiwi says, I'm getting Tony a Kiwi Classics and kitchen cabinet shirt for Christmas. Nice, Kiwi. Oh, it's too funny. Yeah. Do this every once in a
Yeah,
while.
this is a typical. It's got to be around 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, they start at like 10 o'clock
Yeah,
usually.
10 o'clock.
Yeah,
This is
so
when
they're rioting. They do this every once in a blue moon. They'll just like go crazy. They'll start howling and then the rest will join in. You scream a lot to make them stop.
I encourage it because I sit there and do it with them.
It's loud when it's in the house.
They, they all start barking. She's not around because she gets pissed off.
I don't get pissed. It's just like it's
You
loud.
get pissed. When I used to do it with Trixie, you would get mad.
Oh, let's see. UTG. I purchased a '72 Montego GT. Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Chris Greenaway. Nice. Congratulations. Good puppies.
But yeah, if she's not around, I do that with them. we just bark and howl.
Good night, Hemi Head.
Good night.
Okay. Embrace the suck. Yeah, we still have those T-shirts
Never
available.
sold.
Yeah, we didn't sell very many.
No.
We sell a lot of T-shirts.
Sketchy shirts sell.
What else? All of these ones we sell, pretty much. Embrace the suck. Bark at the moon. I ain't hugging no vacuum leak. Gearhead monk shirts. Yeah, we sell.
Yeah, we sell those.
The guy that lives near me had 3 Dobermans. When they bark inside the house, I still hear them. Yeah. If I walk down the street, I can hear our dogs from
we
the
have
house.
the loudest house in the neighborhood.
And I feel bad for our neighbors. Fluxy merch. What kind of Fluxy merch do you want?
I killed Fluxy.
I killed Fluxy. Who's going to buy that shirt? Who would buy that? Nobody.
Not even him.
No, not even him. R.I.P. Fluxy he wants. Like a headstone.
Will you buy 50 of them? If you buy 50 of them, we'll get on it tomorrow morning.
He's not going to buy 50 shirts. We can't make the Dell shirts. That's not ours.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow. Okay, I'm done for the evening.
We're done for the evening?
Yeah, I'm done for the evening. I'm a little sore.
She's punking out.
I'm punking out.
Kathy's going to punk out. So, guys, this was fun. This went really fast.
Yeah.
Everybody who contributed with Super Chat, thank you so much. We always appreciate that. Keeps the wheels turning, keeps the bills paid. Ari Fubar Zero, thank you guys for modding as always. Thank you. And everybody who just hung out and, good conversation, good company. Thank you. I appreciate everybody.
Thanks, guys. It's fun.
And I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
We have nothing this week coming up?
Anything important that
No,
we're doing?
not that I can think of.
No, we don't.
No, we're just gonna roll through the week. Go vote.
Okay, yeah.
That ought to be fun.
It's Uncle Crystal's birthday's coming.
Oh, we'll have to have a special occasion for that.
Yeah, Tuesday. It's her birthday.
So yeah, we'll see you probably on the other side of societal collapse
What's that screaming?
next Sunday. That was screaming, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you hear that?
All right, so that's it, guys.
Okay. They're probably arguing about voting. Oh, I heard laughing.
Yeah,
It's
they're
okay.
playing, okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. Good night, all, and thank
Good night,
you for joining
everyone.
us.